We know the way to San Jose, heart of the Silicon Valley and home to the San Jose State Spartans. And anticipation has been high all week for this one. And this one, two teams from Conference USA squaring off in a weekday clash to set the table for the weekend ahead. As we'll see, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers taking on a team looking for its first win, the San Jose State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Hilltoppers will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. From the gun, the ground game. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
They'll operate out of split backs. From the gun, the running back has it. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Using his legs to buy some time. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Fernandez. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Absolute shank. Missed it. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Breeze. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down. He finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the 1st.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Quick completion on the out route. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
And the Hilltoppers are flying down the field. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 1st down. Takes the easy one to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The Hilltoppers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. He wants it all. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And as a defense, you just went, whoo, we just dodged a bullet. Not great coverage, an opportunity for them to get a touchdown, and it goes right through his hands. Little bit of lack of concentration, and that cost him 6 points.
On the option, he'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that's an interesting call by this offense, man. Like, they go with the run, try to maybe catch them off guard, pick up a few yards, but now decision time. 4th and medium. Does this offense want to now be aggressive and make sure they go for it?
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. That is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air on second down. On target to the left.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Oh, he wants it all. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Man, what a rough start for this quarterback. Already throwing one interception, throwing another ball in harm's way. They got to find a way to settle him down a little bit, maybe give him some easier throws because his decision-making so far has not been good.
They'll go to the toss. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Looking for a deep man. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Spartans send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. On the ground, it's Ward. And some room to work. Breaks into the open. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the break. It's Western Kentucky holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Got it, looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
On the run, it's Anger. There he goes. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Anger. And into the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Spartan. The extra point here would tie the game. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 7 over Cincinnati. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Makes a move. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
On the run, it's Anger. Turning it on. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Chang. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Got it behind the line. It's Anger. Didn't pick up a lot there, but he does get out of bounds, and we're at the 2-minute timeout. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, San Jose State.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Looking left. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Quick strike complete. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. Gets it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Corner's going to give them room. Dances away. Now looking to throw back to the middle. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Spartans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They go to the ground, finding an escape route. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. A little release to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Throws to the wideout. And full extension down the right side for the grab.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on a hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team, because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Pulls and fired complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. Third down, find your best matchup, because you know he can make the catch, he can get his feet in bounds, and keep the drive moving.
He wants to throw it again. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Finds his big tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
RPO complete to open the drive. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just...
breaks into the open. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Takes the handoff. It's Anger. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the third. We've come to the end of the period, and San Jose State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
To the air on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Soft spot in the middle. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
The Hilltoppers will snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock it down for a loss of 5.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
And the Hilltoppers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Using his feet to buy time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. They're working that left side. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Motion from the back. He'll throw on 3rd down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Brought it back to the 6-yard line after making the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. Looking for a crease. It's Anger. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Unloads it left. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, there's no quit in this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Snaps it in the shotgun. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Western Kentucky, 13.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care. There he goes. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, San Jose State. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Looking to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing set.
Gashing the D on the right. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top on first down. The quick out. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Rushes on him. Got his man. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Hilltoppers will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Gonna look downfield again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fernandez. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, WKU.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And he made the extra point without problem. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Here's the give off the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Spartans are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Takes it from the gun on third down. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Toppers. What a great play. What a huge moment for this defense.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Not much time left, but the offense has a shot to end this one in regulation. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situation. It's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that? Because this is not ideal weather, and you can't make a mistake here.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Anger. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down and a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Anger.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the grab on the left. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
So now it's second and long. He wants to change this route. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This late in the game, fourth quarter, go time, we got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's third down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Creates a little space. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a fourth down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. With the line of scrimmage at the 42, this kicker will have to give it everything he's got and hit one from 59 yards out. Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. Pick up of 5. It'll be third down and 5.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. Third down play from the gun. Got it in the middle. It's Winton. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Handoff to the lone back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Third and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. If he runs this back, this game's over. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Spartans in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole playbook.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run play action. Fires into the end zone. He got it in, and walk-off touchdown in overtime.
How about this offense coming out and executing so great, knowing what they needed. They were on defense first. They knew exactly what they needed to do. Come out, they get the throwing touchdown, ends the football game right now. Nice execution by the offense.
And that play right there, David, really encapsulates